me tell you the most important facts of life. Here we go. The number one rule that'll keep you alive in a flower shop. Dun, 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 dun. Actually, we forgot this, but never, ever, ever, and I'm telling you, and Irene can agree with me, do not ever walk up to another designer's table and start messing with something they are making. Do not put your hands in their arrangement. Don't remove nothing. Don't add nothing. Because I promise you, the first way to piss off a designer is to walk up to their table and start messing with something they are making. Because my famous line for that was, oh, you want to put your hands in my shit? Great, wonderful. It belongs to you now. You finish it. Your baby. You think you got it? You birthed it? You go ahead. You handle it. You ever come up to my table and touch my shit? Nope. Take it. Take it. It's yours now. I ain't touching it again. Tell me that is not the first way to piss off a designer. Yep. Never, ever, ever touch another designer's shit. Mm-hmm. Big facts. And if you don't believe me, ask any other designer you know. Yes. Do not ever touch somebody else's baby. So sorry, my friend. You will get the wrath if you do that. Mm-hmm. You can pray. You better do that because in that moment, it's now yours. Mm-hmm. It belongs to you now. Oh, you touched it. It's yours. Take it. Go ahead, finish it. You touched my shit. Take it.
Yep.
Big facts. Big facts.
That was a rule.
That was a rule in our shop. You touch it, it belongs to you. Mm-hmm. Don't ever touch somebody else's work. First way to make somebody mad or make an enemy in a shop, touch another designer's work.
Yep.
No, friend.
Unless you're working together.
Or you get an invitation. Please come help me with this. Okay, we're groovy, but don't just take it upon yourself to go sticking your little fingers and nose where they don't belong. No, sir. No, sir. No. That's the first rule. We should have went through that before anything else. That's the most important number one rule right there.
That's the one we forgot.
Yes. Or no, we're doing employment now, not interview anymore. Yeah, yeah. So at employment, okay, look, you're working in a flower shop. Our shop was ice cold. Yes. Not necessarily in the cooler, in the shop too, because of the volume of flowers that we had. So in a flower shop, it's okay to dress warm. Like I had sweats on, so did Irene a lot at the shop, or we had hoodies, but you know, you can still wear a hoodie and, you know, sweatpants or whatever and thermals under it. But if you just do like a little bit of makeup, or something, it'll make you look more presentable. Yep. We're not expecting you to be dressed to the nines and freezing your butt off. No, but at least like look decent, you know. Yeah. And next one, Irene?
You always want to be polite.
Yeah.
Like when you're on the phone or taking orders, you never want to be in a bad mood because you don't know what's going on with people's lives and stuff.
Yeah. I want you guys to be so polite, it's disgusting.
Yep. And then you also want to keep your phone away if you're doing anything personal on it. In a flower shop, we do use our phones to look up like photos or recipes so we could follow them for an order or even someone who's walked in and wants like something custom as well.
Yeah, because we do look up recipes a lot online or whatever with the cell phones, but there's a difference of looking up an arrangement on your phone or screenshotting something or screenshotting a flower and going back to your notes in your phone than talking to your boyfriend all day or doing this or, you know, propping it up on your desk and FaceTiming your friends. Like, we know the difference. Oh, we do, because we had that problem one time. Let me explain to you. Irene will remember this. So it was a holiday and we just unloaded a semi of flowers. And one of the girls, she hadn't worked there that long. It was a short while, but she was on her phone. And I walked past her and I said, you need to get off your phone right now because we're doing this or that. And she said, I was like, this child, what is wrong with you? You just did not hush me with your finger, first of all. Second of all, you ain't got no business being on your phone. But let's go back to the part of you hushing me. Like, you ain't hushing me, sister. Yeah, so just keep your phone away unless, because we don't care. And even in the shop, we don't care if you get a call about your kids or something. You got to take a call real quick. But everybody knows there is a difference between taking a quick call or looking up stuff for work on your phone to hanging out on your phone all day.
Yeah.
There's a huge difference, and it is like what I have to sneeze so bad right now from his dog hair. But go ahead.
Well, if you do,
And it won't come out. You know how they say, look at the light when you got to sneeze.
Yeah. Oh, and headphones. You don't want to be putting 2 headphones on because then you won't hear the phone ringing or someone talking to you or even a customer up front. You don't want to.
Yeah.
You don't want to do that.
And a lot of designers do that. Keep in a headphone,
Yeah,
listen to
definitely.
music while you're designing, because I do that when I'm designing, have a headphone in, listening to music, but I do keep one out so that I'm aware of customers coming in, phones ringing, things like that. A lot of us do that. So
Yeah, you never want to put both.
yeah.
And then you always want to give the customer your full attention while you're taking the order. It's also polite, but you don't want to mess up the customer's order and make a mistake as well.
Yeah.
And then
Where are we at?
oh,
Be upbeat on the phone. Yes, you want to be upbeat on the phone. You want to be very friendly to the point it's almost disgusting.
Yep.
You want to upsell because that's the deal in a shop. You want to get as much. You're talking about you're working with perishables. Those flowers need to sell or they're
Yes.
going to die. You want to try to, be sweet, kind to the customer, upsell arrangements. You want, after they order the flowers, hey, would you like a balloon with that? Would you like chocolates? Would you like,
Like me to add more flowers.
yeah, or we can add more flowers. We can upsize it for you. You need to do things like that. You want to try and upsell and try to flip everything in the shop as much as possible because you always want it to look different when customers come in. You don't want people to come in because you have stuff so high priced or, people aren't upselling and they see the same thing over and over and over. Like you want it to look different constantly and you want all that product to go. So try and upsell. Plus, it looks good for you as an employee. Like, wow, this employee's really getting rid of stuff. And you remember that when it comes time to give people raises and, that stuff sticks out in your head. And I'm going to be real with you. It's just true. Like, it is.
Yep. And then you also always want to have your cooler clean. To cut and dip it at least twice a week or even more if you can, because sometimes it does get a little busy for us. You always want to dip your flowers in it's just called dip, right? Yeah, you just want to cut it.
Keep it cleaned. Bleach down the floors. You want that water to be crystal clear. Fresh flower food in it. You see any dead flowers, throw them out. Anything on a stem with multiple blooms, clip it off. You want that cooler to be on point.
Or if even there's like a flower sticking out of a bucket, push it back in.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to keep it out
because that's how you're getting paid. Those flowers living and being able to go in arrangements, that's where your paycheck comes from. So those flowers are your babies.
Yes.
You need to be taking care of them just like you would an infant. Like they need to be very well cared for. So, yeah.
Yes. And then you're also gonna help out with other stuff, not just flowers. Like clean the restroom, clean the lunch area, also clean the front, sweep.
Even if it's not in your job description, just help out.
Yeah, you always want to help out.
Yeah.
Oh, with your coworkers, you always want to be friendly with them. You don't want to really start anything. Try not to gossip or do anything like that. Oh yeah, if you have a problem with another another employee or coworker, you always want to follow the chain of command. You don't really want to confront them and start make it worse.
Yeah, always go to a supervisor. They'll handle it. Don't confront somebody on your own. Let your supervisor handle it. And that's going to be the best way, because mom and pop shops are very small, and so sometimes it's better you let the owner handle it.
Yeah, and you always want to keep the floor clean where like all the stuff is, like the balloons, chocolates, all the stuff in the front. You always want to keep it clean, organized.
Dusted.
Oh yeah, dusted. It gets really dusty and dirty because of the plants too. Oh, you always want to water your plants as well. Clean them up. And we
Good.
put moss on ours, so we put moss on it.
And the film, you'll notice in every flower shop, stuff gets a film on it that constantly needs to be wiped off, or yeah. Dude, come on, go play. Go. No. Come on, yeah. He ain't going nowhere.
Get out.
You don't care. He ain't going nowhere. Okay, so what's next?
Next. Oh, make sure you have a clean driving record as well.
Yeah, because if a driver can't come in and there's a funeral, somebody's got to take it. So, I mean, even if you're a designer, once in a while you may have to run an arrangement or funeral. So make sure you have a good driving record. We're reading our list as we're speaking to you guys. That's why we keep looking down. What else is on there?
Oh, you always want to look up for new products, like Teleflora and all the other FTD. They always update like their websites.
Keep your design skills up to date.
Yes. Yeah,
Yes.
because everything changes, like people's likes and dislikes and stuff like that.
Oh, yes, the next one's a good one, because that was always an argument at the shop. If you bring your own tools, always take them home with you.
Yes, take them home.
Because we provided tools, but there were certain people in the shop that would bring their own tools. Well, that's great. I don't care. But take them home with you. Put them back in your purse when you leave at the end of the day. Because when you come back in 2 days, I can't guarantee you they're going to be there. Because if there's a truck of flowers and we got a million people cleaning and this and that or whatever, those tools probably got thrown on the floor and swept up with the greens, and they're gone, and now you're complaining to me.
Yep.
Your clippers or your knife or your this is gone. So if you bring your own tools, great, wonderful. I'm glad you're comfortable with that, but take them back with you and your purse when you go.
Yeah.
Don't leave them there.
Yeah, because
we won't replace them.
Yeah, they're not held accountable for that. Oh, the plants. You always want to take care of them. We already said that before, but that's on our list. You have to take care of the plants. Oh yeah, when the truck comes in, if there's like a bunch of flowers that were bad in the inside and you couldn't tell when the shipment came in, when you're cleaning them, you always want to take a picture of those bad flowers so you could get like what is it called?
You get reimbursed from our credit.
Yeah, you could get reimbursed or credit for it as well. Oh
yeah. And you should always, even if you're a designer, when those flowers come in, help process them. Get out buckets of water. We used to put out the buckets of water and flower food the day before. Yeah. So at the end of the shift, if we knew a truck was coming the next morning, we laid out the buckets, put flower food, filled them up. That way when the truck came in the morning, we weren't scrambling. We just had to go to the truck, get the flowers, bring them in, help clean the stuff.
Yeah.
Like, even if you are not the person in the shop that does that, it only takes a few minutes to, fresh cut, put them in water so they can hydrate. And
yeah, because if ever...
Just try to help out as much as you can around the shop.
Yeah, because if everyone's doing and helping out, it's going to get finished faster.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, when you're making orders, you always want to read it twice because you don't want to make a mistake on putting the wrong flower or color, or like some people don't like bows, so make sure you don't put a bow if it says not to.
Am I cooking?
Oh,
did somebody turn the soup on? Yep. It's okay. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah. Oh yeah. if it comes with chocolates, you also want to like highlight it or circle it, or like a bear as well. You always want to highlight it because sometimes the drivers can miss it because they're in a rush trying to get.
Or it's a time delivery.
Yeah, or it's a time delivery. Like you want to help out with that as well. You want to make sure nothing's missed and the customer's happy.
Always communicate with the drivers.
No.
If it is like a time delivery or things like that on your order, because if you get an order in over the computer and you throw it on your desk, the driver don't know what's going on with it. You're the one that has to communicate with the driver. It's like, hey, I just read this order. It's got to be there in an hour. Like, can you hold off a minute? Or so always read through your orders a few times. Make sure it's all good. Some people are allergic to things. Make sure you remove that from the recipe, or if it's timed,
because some orders have like special instructions where they put all that information in.
Keep the floors clean. Okay. This is kind of, okay, in our shop, we threw our greens on the floor. We brushed them on the floor. We swept at the end of the day. We walked on the greens, whatever. We just knocked them off. We had table rims. We would knock it off on the floor, and we swept at the end of the day. Because I'd rather flowers get made, stuff go out. We'll sweep at the end of the day. Than watching somebody make an arrangement, and you're spending all this time cleaning your tables, sweeping your floor, doing this or that. Like, I don't care about the floor. I want the flowers made and out. Let's do that. So, yes, keep your floor clean and your work area clean, but do it at an appropriate time, not when you have a stack of orders.
Oh, yeah. And then... some flower shops have, like, their own... Like when I work with Jen, I have, like, my, like, routine and my way on how I go on, like, throughout my day. But if you work at a different flower shop, you always want to follow like their rules, or like if they do something a certain way, you have to follow that.
Because they may not work the way I trained her. Yeah. So if you go work at somebody else's shop, you have to follow their rules. It's their shop. Yeah. So even though in your head you're thinking, what are you doing? It's their shop. They're paying you. Do what you're asked. You're there to make money. Yeah. Don't let your hard head or, don't make a problem with that. Just do what you're asked to do, basically, because you never know. You could learn from other people too. So,
yes, and then you always want to look at your orders throughout the week. All of them, Monday through Sunday, to make sure you have all the flowers you need for all the orders. And then you also want to think about like the front cooler. You always have to think about that as well. Like you need to add the amount of flowers you're gonna get with that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, keep an eye on your orders up on the board, because if you got a funeral coming on Thursday and the only truck is coming on Tuesday, that funeral on Thursday, you need to order and have those flowers on Tuesday.
Yes.
Otherwise, you're going to walk in on Wednesday trying to make that funeral the evening before, and you're not going to have the flowers for it. You're going to get in a big problem. So always keep an eye on your board and what you need to order and when you need to get it. It's a designer's job. Like, okay, I know I have this funeral on this date. Let me make sure I order the flowers so they're here on time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's this one. I'm not going to explain that one. The mom and pop one.
Okay, so if you work at a mom and pop shop, so she didn't really understand what this meant. She will once I started talking about it. But like, say you work at a mom and pop shop, right? Like ours was. And owners, like the designers come in, they go home at 5. The owners of the shop, they never stop working. They get phone calls all night, through the night. Even after they leave, we got to order flowers. We have to deal with a bunch of stuff. Like, it's a 24-hour thing. So if you're, if you're in the shop or whatever and you see that owner's tired, just tell them like, hey, go take a break. I got this. As long as you're comfortable running that shop and you've been there a while, go take a break. I got this. Like, honestly, that means more than anything. Like, okay, just go take a break. Go take a nap. Or, go home for the afternoon. that goes a long way. So offer help, like even to the owners, like they would appreciate it. But a lot of owners don't feel comfortable giving over full control until somebody's been there a while. But, you know, just kind of prove to them you could do it or whatever. You're there to help them in their business. So it's always nice to, in a flower shop, especially around the holidays, give that owner a break. Or if you see a head designer that's really tired, give them a break. Or take shifts, or just kind of, you know, work together where, because once you start working in a flower shop, especially around the holidays, you don't understand how much a break means. It's a lot, especially Valentine's week. Somebody telling you, okay, go for 3 or 4 hours, take a nap, then come back. You don't understand how much those 3 or 4 hours means. I don't care if I went to the car or went to the office and laid on the floor and slept for 3 hours. Like, that would mean more to me than anything you could do for me. Like, honestly. So just always help out as much as you can, especially around the holidays. And Valentine's is next month. Yeah.
And then you always want to follow the recipes as well. You don't want to overuse flowers because you might need them for something else. Like,
always use the recipe. Unless a supervisor or owner tells you to make it bigger or upgrade it, because flowers are expensive, very expensive. And you don't understand how much, depending on what kind of flower, if you add 3 or 4 stems more of this, 3 or 4 of that, 3 or 4 of that, 3 or 4 of that, you're talking a lot of money you're adding into that. So always follow the recipe unless told otherwise. Oh, now the drama. The don'ts. This is the drama.
I'll try to make it. Sorry, I'm trying to make it bigger so you can see. We don't want to miss anything.
I just keep sneaking out the video to go eat pozole. It's okay, because I'm fat. Irene's not. We already established this a long time ago. Okay, what's next? Perfume.
Yes.
Okay, don't with the perfume. Correct. People are there to smell flowers, not you.
Yes.
Do not include
personal problems.
Personal problems. Never.
Yeah, if you're having a bad day, don't make the other person have a bad day too.
And don't call off in a flower shop unless it's like a dire emergency, because it's not like you're working at Walmart where 20 other people can do your job. If you call off in a mom and pop shop, that's a big deal. It is. Like, you're supposed to open the shop, make the flowers for the day, this or that, but no call, no show.
Yeah.
Nobody's going to know. Like, and then on top of that, it's a lot. Like, there's so much more responsibilities when you work for flower shops than there is like Walmart, a pharmacy, you know, stuff like that. So Amazon, like, yeah.
Oh yeah, don't think that being a florist is your only job. We already went.
It's not.
It's not. We already went over it. Like, try to help out with the restroom and all that other stuff we talked about.
That's a good one, because there is another flower shop. It's a chain. I'm not going to say which one. They have certain people that do certain things. One person makes flowers.
Oh yeah.
One person does counter. One person delivers. One person does this. It did not work that way in my shops. Mm-hmm. They knew how to do everything. Mm-hmm. I don't care if I had a heart attack and died right now. You would know how to run that shop till my family came in and handled whatever. A designer should know how to do everything in that shop. So, yeah, some shops that like have a counter girl or have this. No. We trained everybody in our shop to do everything. But that's a lie, because then my mom hired Gabby, who only did the counter, because Gabby is my mom's little suck ass. And so there's that.
Me and Gabby were her favorites.
Yeah, and Gabby didn't even know how to make flowers. No, she never learned. She just came in and kissed my mom's ass and brought her food and did whatever my mom wanted her to do. And so she was just a little counter girl with a smile. And I was like, we don't do this. We don't do this at all. But
I taught her a little bit.
she could do wraps at the counter, but let's just leave Gabby out of it because that's like a 1 in a million situation. And I fired Gabby 3 times and my mom kept bringing her back. So there's that. You know it's true.
But we love her.
We do love her. Oh, I do love her.
Yep, she'll be here in our video soon. Whenever she can come.
I can't get rid of her. She don't go away. I fired her 3 times and she's still here. Like, I'm your family. Shop's gone. We're still family. I'm like, okay,
Yep.
Dolphins. I love you. Like, you're like my kid. I've come to realize you're going nowhere. I love you. Comedy.
Oh yeah, you don't want to brush people off. Include customers and employees as well. You don't know what people are going through.
Somebody could have lost their spouse at 40 years. Don't ignore them.
Yeah, emotional wise, like.
I don't care how busy you are in the moment. Don't do that to people.
Yeah.
If you got some little old lady sitting there crying, take the moment and talk to her. Don't brush her off. Don't
try to rush her.
Yeah. Let the phone ring and sit down and talk to her. If somebody's crying and they're upset, as a person, that's what you need to do. And even though you're an employee and you're thinking I should get that phone, you know, you're the one that's got to answer to God someday, and that's you in that moment, and that's more important than anything. So there's that.
Yeah, because if it was happening to you, you would want someone to stop what they're doing and help you out.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, never talk about another flower shop's. Oh no, another florist's work. Sorry. I don't know if I'm gonna go more into detail on that.
Don't ever talk about another designer. I don't care if you hate the way they make flowers. Don't do that. Do not say anything about their work because you may think their shit is ugly as hell. And they probably think that about yours. And you know, I have seen people time and time again do that in the flower shop. Oh, her work is shit. That's ugly. And somebody walks in and buys it. Out of 100 arrangements, they pick that one up. Yeah. So just because you don't like something doesn't mean other people won't. So don't cross that line. You can think it all you want, but don't let it leave your lips.
Yes. That's part of it. Don't talk badly about another shop as well. Yeah. Like somewhere you used to work. Like your flower shop is the only one I worked at, but you
that's why she won't go work anywhere else because our drama was our drama. Damn it.
Yeah.
And what? So what's next?
Don't put stuff on other like employees or designers like
that you can do yourself.
Yeah.
Like don't.
I'm hungry.
There's pozole on the stove. You want a bowl? Okay, I'll get you a bowl right now. Hold on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't put stuff up on somebody else. You can do.
Yeah, like if I finish my orders, like I could go do something else. Like,
yeah.
Even though like.
But you always want to help. Like if I got done because I designed fast. Let me tell you. And I can have 20 orders and I can be done, and she'll still have a stack, and I can be. You know, the nice person and go over and help her with hers and finish hers so we can be done together. Or I can be the asshole and just walk away and let her sit there for hours. Like, no, just always help out and do what you have to do. It's not cool. Just help out.
Yes.
Even if you don't like the person and you got to bite your lip the whole time, just do it.
Yeah, offer to help.
Yeah.
And then... don't give discounts without a supervisor's approval.
Mom.
Never, ever, ever do that.
Well, can I also have strawberries too?
Because that usually happens around a holiday. And around a holiday,
Oh, yeah.
flowers are way more expensive
Mm-hmm.
than they normally are. Do not do that because you're going to get yourself in some hot water. You go giving stuff away for nothing to your friends.
Yeah. Yep, you always have to ask. And then,
Oh, the next one's a good one.
do you remember when someone was trying to tell Gabby to give them a discount in Spanish? And I overheard and I
Yeah.
was like, nope.
Yeah. They would tell her, or Gabby, at the counter in Spanish because she spoke Spanish. So they would tell her in Spanish, like, hey, let me have it for this price or whatever because I'm white. I mean, Tal's white. So they would tell her, and then she caught on because she understands Spanish, and she turns around,
Like,
Gabby, don't you do it. No. And she's like, Jen, he's wanting her to what? It was funny, but yeah. And it will happen, believe.
Mom, can I also have strawberries?
Yeah. Recording?
Yes.
Okay, so side work is like, you know when they come in and you give them a price, and then they're like, can you do it on the side? I'll pay you cash if you do it on the weekend. What day don't you work? Can't you make it? Can't you make it on the side and I'll pay you?
Yeah.
Don't do that because for one, you're going to feel like shit when you do it.
Mm.
And two, if your employer finds out you're doing that and taking their business, it's going to be a problem. And three, if they complain or something happens to those flowers, you do not have the support of that business to back you up. Always a bad idea. Never, ever, ever do that.
Yes, you don't want to do that. Oh yeah, you don't want to bring visitors or your kids in your workplace. It's just not like professional. Like you can't be doing that. Oh yeah, don't promise things like a certain flower arrangement to a customer that you can't make it. If you can't make it, then
Yeah, don't
That's
promise
not-
you can get a flower if you don't know if you can get it.
yeah.
If you can't get those flowers delivered the next day for that funeral, don't promise that. Offer them something else from the cooler. You'll make it as close as possible, but don't say, oh yeah, I can do that for you. When you don't have another truck coming, you have nobody to go to wholesale markets. Like, don't promise stuff you can't follow through with.
Yeah. That's it on the list, Jen.
That's it.
That's all we had written down. Unless you want to add something.
Oh, I'm sure I can think of a lot more, but we're good for now.
Yep.
So we just thought we'd make you guys a video because there's a lot of people that ask us questions. So for the most part, just be sweet, be nice, and yeah, it'll work out great for you.
Mhm.
And always ask for help. Ask people to teach you things because everybody designs different, and you can learn something from everybody.
Yep.
Because that's one of the things that I never understood. If other shops called us and they wanted to borrow something, we'd be like, yeah, sure, come get it. You'll get that a lot. They'll call you, hey, do you guys have a stand? We're out. Or do you have a cross? We're out. Always say yes. Always help out. Everybody's there to make money. Everybody is. Because if you be ugly to people, one day you're going to need something. And when you call them, they're going to be like, no, sorry. Just like you did. So just be kind, be nice to people. And it's funny, when the shop closed down, we had a lady come in. Remember her coming in and talking about Josh? How when they opened their shop, like he had went out of their way to help them and show them how to do things and help them learn the systems. And you're talking 20 years later.
Yeah.
They remembered that. So always just be kind and be nice. That's
Yes.
it. But our next video, we're going on a field trip.
Yes, we are.
And we'll take this guy. Come here. This guy? Yes. Come here.
They see his head at least.
Yeah. This guy right here. We'll take him with us since, you know, he thinks he's a new YouTube person around here.
Yep.
But yeah, if you guys have any questions, let us know. And we're working on our pop-up shop for Valentine's Day.
Yes.
We're deciding if we want to do it in Big Bear or here where we're at. We're trying to figure it out what we want to do with our lives, unless we go work at another shop. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll
Yep.
see where God takes us.
Yes, we'll see.
All right, you guys. Lots of love. Have a good day.
And then don't forget to like and subscribe, and don't forget to follow our TikTok and Instagram.
Oh, she's on it. She's good, huh?
All right, bye, guys.